All right. Hello, Nintendo fans. My name is Mario Master. We're doing today, and welcome back to GTA Online. And today, I wanted to go through and, I wanted to rank every single GTA service vehicle. So, the service vehicles consist of the Galaxy Super Yacht, the MOC, the Avenger, the Terabyte, the Kasota, and the Acid Lab. So we're gonna work our way up from Galaxy Super Yacht all the way down to the Acid Lab. So let's start out with, just
Why you gotta run into me like that?
honestly a pretty just dog water one. Let me actually get there. So I wanted to make this video to kind of be like, all right, so if you're a new player, you see all these service vehicles, what are you going to want? What are you going to want to buy? Because these are not cheap. The service vehicles are fairly expensive. I'm not sure how much it is to buy every single service vehicle. I would have to look it up and do the math, but I will 100% do that in editing because I'm goated like that. But I just wanted to kind of just go through and show you guys what's really worth it. I don't remember making my Hydra black, but apparently it's black, so that's interesting. So I would consider myself a millionaire. I have a good amount of money in this game. Let's go to the Galaxy Super Yacht. So, yeah, this is it. Did you think it was something special? It's not. It's really just this. You can't move it. So let me actually land on this thing. All right, there we go. So this is the Galaxy Super Yacht. This is the most expensive one. I think it's like $10 million or like $9 million if you really customize it, something like that. There is relatively no purpose to this outside of flexing. Man, my Hydra needs to shut the fuck up. Yeah, so there's really no purpose to this whatsoever. You do get a free helicopter with it. That's cool. But, yeah, there's really no point to this outside of flexing. Like, I'm not even kidding. I would not recommend buying this if you're like, oh yeah, I want to flex on my friends. I guess if you have, yeah, you have to pay a fee to move it. You only move it to these spaces, and it's a pretty steep fee to move this thing. So I just keep it here. It moves sometimes. The yacht life missions pay like nothing. They are completely and utterly useless. Shut up, Martin. No one cares. They're completely and utterly useless. Like, seriously, I do not... They pay, like, fuck all. Like, literally pennies. That's not what I wanted to do. Like, even right now, where it's, like, 100,000... Like, it's 5 times you're earning... It's only like 100,000, which is like, if you're to this point where you have the Galaxy Super Yacht, that's like nothing to you. Like, legit, that is below the amount of money that you will ever need. It's just completely useless. The only thing that the Galaxy Super Yacht does is flex. That is the one and only thing that the Galaxy Super Yacht does, is flex on your friends. Why would you do that? I don't know, because you're an that's why. It's because you're an But $10 million, not worth it whatsoever. So yeah, just not worth it. But let's go to our next one. The MOC. My flying is so good. I'm still getting used to the Hydra. You're just gonna have to let me cook. Don't. You know how I just said let me cook? Don't let me cook. I'm an amazing driver. I'm an amazing driver. But this is the MOC. It's a rolling tank, really. So that's cool. But there's really no defense for it. Like, I don't think you can equip guns to it at all. Like, here, let me go to Warstock here and find out. Let's see. MOC. Nope. You can have a living quarters, which I don't have. You have a vehicle and weapon shop, which I think I have. And that's it. That's literally it. I think like the one car you can work in here is the scramjet. You can customize weapons, I guess. So that's cool. I guess. Yeah. Everyone that's neat, right? Yeah, sure. There's really no point outside of like the missions are pretty dog water. Right, here we go. So you can do these.
Okay, so you found...
Shut up so I can commentate, man. But yeah, I mean, it's just, these are like those missions don't pay a lot. There's just no point. I did like total like F tier, Galaxy Super Yacht Flex tier, MOC F tier. All right, next up is the Avenger. So this is the Avenger. It's essentially the big boy helicopter version of the Hydra. Really, this thing is a tank. Something that I wish you could do, but you can't do for whatever reason, is you can't open up the back like you can with the AC-130. Not sure why. It's just a Hydra. Like, really. Let me go into the back here. It's legit just a Hydra. You can customize the inside. You can't put a car in here for whatever reason. Not entirely sure why. You have a turret. And that's really about it. I think you can... Yeah, you can customize and you can have a weapons thing. I don't know. Hold on. Let's look on Warstock. As you can see, I don't really customize and or use these things a whole lot. Oh, okay, so you can put a car in here, but you need the vehicle workshop. How much is it? Oh, okay, it's actually not too bad. But weapon workshop, operation terminal. But if you were to have this operation terminal, right? So this thing is okay, right? I would say like fully upgraded, probably solid B tier. As it is, C, D tier, I want to say. So, not worth it whatsoever. Something cool though that you can do with the Avenger though, I'll say this, is when you're in the air, you can jump out of it and return it before the Avenger hits the ground. There's no real reason you can do that because it doesn't cost you anything if the Avenger explodes, but that is something that you can do. Makes you look cool. So next up is the Terabyte. Wherever it's gonna spawn, don't know. Right here. So once again, just a small little tanky car. Let's see. Let me press and hold that. Left on D-pad, right on D-pad actually. So I believe this one is like fully upgraded. You have a drone that can explode and shoot a charge and boost. That you've experienced the limitations. Congratulations. Next up, you can, I think like the only good thing that you can do in this is work on your Oppressor Mark II. Outside of that, it's pretty useless. I mean, you do have this. This is honestly like the best thing about the entire thing, like the terabyte, is you can manage every single illegal business from the terabyte, but it's useless. Why would you want to do that? It's garbage. I don't. It's just dumb. This is the coolest thing. Is you have a turret. You have a missile turret. So that's cool. You have a tankier Chernobog if you pay for that. I don't remember how much it is to do that, but I mean, if you want to be cool, I guess. Without an Oppressor Mark II, solid like D tier, C tier. With an Oppressor Mark II, I could definitely see. I mean, like it's not like you can It's not like you can upgrade the Oppressor Mark II too insanely much. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't have one. I would say solid like B tier, C tier, solid C tier. Peak GTA moment right there. Alright, let's go see our thing. So, this is the Kasota. You can't see it yet, but it'll pop up, don't worry. This is what I like to call the nuclear submarine. There she is. I think it's like one of the biggest vehicles in the entire game. This thing is awesome, like not even kidding. You can have a dinghy, a submarine within the submarine. Yes, really. Here, let me show you real quick. That's not what I want. I don't want to call Lester Molester. So if we go over here, this thing is expensive though, I'll be honest about that. So you can have a flag, awesome. You can have a sonar system, guided missiles, which we already have, a weapon workshop, and moon pool vehicles. You can have the Sparrow, and you can have the Kraken. So you can have a submarine and a helicopter within this, but it's like another five. I think all in it would be like over five, probably like a $10 million purchase. But probably one of the best things is you can set up the Cayo Perico heist. Yes, you do have to buy this for the Cayo Perico heist. You can actually drive this. By the way, you can also make it fast travel, but you can drive it. So that's super cool. You also have missiles, which is fun. So that's cool. But honestly, best thing about it, all right? By far, the best thing about the Kasota that you can buy, it's like $1.9 million to do it, but I mean, it's super fun, and they go super far, are the guided missiles. And I think this is like the only way where you can have a cruise missile and you fully control it. It's a little slow, which is expected. It's a little hard to control, but this thing goes far. Ready? I'm not touching my controller. Still going. Still going. Remember, we're parked pretty much right next to the airport. And we're at the Vinewood sign. That's halfway across the Vinewood sign. That's halfway across the map, and only now are we losing connection. So let me turn this bitch around. Yeah, this thing is OP. You park your Kasota at like one end of the map, you're gonna reach the other end of the map with a fucking guided missile. So that's cool. Let me just commit several war crimes on unsuspecting civilians. Oh, that was direct hit. That was a direct hit. base Kasota, probably like, I don't know, solid B tier base Kasota with the guided missiles. Easy S tier. Not even kidding. This thing is so much fun, unironically, and I love it. Now, next up, let me despawn this. That is kind of the cool thing about having the Galaxy Super Yacht. Like, the one cool thing about having a Galaxy Super Yacht is you can still spawn in service vehicles with this thing just still being here. Like, it does not matter, which I find very neat because the entire point of the Galaxy Super Yacht is to flex. And finally, the Acid Lab. You can actually name the Acid Lab. As you can see, I've named it the Peen Machine because I'm funny. So this has to be probably one of the best by far service vehicles is the Acid Lab. Honestly, one of the best illegal businesses in the entire game just based off the fact that it's mobile. And it's quite tanky. And if you do the missions to set it up, you can earn like $2 million off of it or something like that if you do the first dose and all the first dose and last dose missions. But I mean, this is probably one of the best illegal businesses. The supplies are pretty easy to get. You can make like $250,000 off of it when it's full. One of the cool things is you can actually speed up the production of your acid, which is super cool. You can't do that with any other illegal business. And I think like just for that reason, it's one of the better, like one of the best illegal businesses and one of the better service vehicles. I do know that you can upgrade this thing to be like super tanky and super dumb looking. I haven't done that because like I don't use it whatsoever. But like just based off of like my experiences with the Galaxy the Acid Lab, solid. Like the only thing is you can't like upgrade your Acid Lab whatsoever, like how fast production is. All you can do is speed it up, which I guess is kind of like the trade-off for it, for having a mobile illegal lab. But overall, I would say solid B tier. Solid B tier. But that is it. So here's the list one more time. Yeah, there it is. If you're looking to buy a service vehicle, just don't. Like, honestly, though, pretty much everything, like, the only service vehicle I would say that's really worth buying or getting is this, okay? The Acid Lab, that's one. And the Kasota, that's two. Those are like the two. You don't need the MOC. You don't need the Galaxy Super Yacht unless you really want to flex on your friends. You don't need the Avenger. You don't need anything else. You definitely do not want the Terabyte. The Terabyte has to be like the worst one. But that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, what is happening to me? I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to absolutely dominate that like button, hit that sub button, and rip the bell in half. Because guess what? Only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed. So if you aren't subscribed, make sure to definitely slap that sub button across the ass so you don't miss an upload. And if you want to see more, let me know in the comments below. And let me know by leaving a like on the video. But that is it. Sub for more GTA and gaming content. Peace. Bye. See you later, guys.